1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You probably can, Deidre.
No.
Mic check, hello. Hey, hey.
USGA called First Green, golf courses become like mini learning labs where kids learn about grasses like these that use less water and the role golf courses play in providing food and shelter for wildlife. It's how the USGA leads the game forward. There's a lot to love about golf, and the USGA is making it more considerate of the environment. Discover more at usga.org.
Fox Sports coverage of the United States Women's Open Championship brought to you by Lexus and their pursuit of perfection. By American Express, proud to support the journeys of golfers everywhere. By Rolex, official timekeeper of the USGA. And by IBM, working to make the world smarter every day. What a round today. What a championship for Stacy Lewis. She's gone 69, 67, 69, and she is sitting in with Holly and Natalie.
Thank you, Joe. It's our pleasure now to welcome in Stacy Lewis. Around a 69 today. You're 3 shots back heading into Championship Sunday. Did it kind of feel like match play out there today against Amy?
Yeah, it did. You know, I kept looking at the leaderboard expecting someone else to jump up there, but it just never happened. So we were just out there kind of battling back and forth all day, and especially on the front, we were making putts on top of each other, and it was really cool.
And you're going to get to do that again tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow you guys are paired again, and your experience winning the British Open, winning the ANA, what's it going to be like? What can you take away from those and bring into tomorrow?
Well, today that I made some really key putts. You know, that's what I'm going to take away, and I need to hit the ball a little bit better because Amy, she didn't give me anything today. You know, she hit the ball so good. I think she hit about every fairway as well. So we're not giving each other anything, and somebody's going to have to go out there and make some putts and shoot a low number to win this thing.
You mentioned you made some putts today. The one at 10, was that a momentum keeper, I would say?
Yeah, it was. It kept the momentum. I was hoping that, you know, going 11, 12, I make one of those putts and really get some momentum going, but that par putt there was huge. It was, I mean, the chip shot was horrendous, and making that putt was awesome.
The course has been notably faster going from Friday to Saturday. What do you expect the course to play like tomorrow?
I think similar to today. Definitely the ball was releasing out more into the greens. You had to think a little bit more. Putts were faster for sure. There were still some that were crazy slow for some reason, but I think it's going to be similar to today, and I think a low number is out there. You just got to, you know, make some putts early.
So you're going to be pretty late tomorrow at 2 o'clock. What are you going to do all morning?
You know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but you're going to have to tell us.
I'm going to tell everybody. She said
you're going to get up.
Routine.
You want to see how good I am on telling your routine?
Yes, let's see if you got it.
Get up in the morning, hopefully get enough sleep because it's going to be major Sunday. Yep. Like every other event that you're in the hunt. You've had 14 of 20 top 10s this week, so very familiar with being in the hunt. Yep. Get up, take your little workout bag, find a gym, get a good workout in, have a protein shake right afterwards, and come to the course and start a warm-up.
Have some lunch and have a warm-up. You got it.
Seriously? You two are.
This is what happens when you're good friends.
When you're good friends, this is what happens. So.
Stacey, best of luck tomorrow.
Awesome.
Good luck. You'll be cheering.
Thanks.
Send it back to you, Joe.
Thank you guys very much. So it's Amy Yang in the lead by 3. Talk about the pressure of playing in the final pairing or sleeping on a 54-hole lead. Bobby Jones once said, competitive golf is played mainly on a 5.5-inch course, the space between your ears. How will they handle the pressure tomorrow? Yang and Lewis in the final pairing. Baseball night in America is coming up next. Tomorrow, final round coverage of the 70th U.S. Women's Open. Coverage starts on your Sunday at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific on Fox, and all streaming live on Fox Sports Go. For our entire Fox Sports crew, Joe Buck, so long from Pennsylvania.
It's the all-star game of all-star games.
Fox 5 News at 6 starts right now.
2 murders in a matter of days, both in the same Southwest Atlanta community.
This is a live look right now as neighbors prepare to come together in prayer to take back their community. Good evening, I'm Doug Evans.
And I'm Deidre Dukes. We'll have a live report from Southwest Atlanta in just a minute. But first, a shocking case of animal cruelty in DeKalb County continues to bring animal lovers together in the search for a killer.
It's been nearly 2 months since DeKalb police say someone chained a pit bull to a bridge and hanged her. There is a $10,000 reward for information in the case.
And as Fox 5's Claire Sims tells us, volunteers decorated the area today to remind neighbors they can help solve the crime.
Johanna Falber posts flyers along Kelly Lake Road in DeKalb County. This is where DeKalb police say someone chained a dog and threw it over the side of this bridge, hanging it to death in May.
We want attention. We want this to stop. We want that dog killer found.
Falber started an online campaign that raised more than $10,000 in reward money for information in the case. But police have few leads. So Saturday, volunteers attached hundreds of stuffed animals, mostly dogs, to the bridge handrails to raise awareness of the brutal crime that happened here.
I couldn't believe someone would actually kill a dog and allow the dog to die and suffer.
Falber says before this bridge was easy to miss, but now she hopes it and this case are impossible to ignore.
You can basically pass by this bridge 3 and 4 times a day and not notice there's a bridge here. And so we want this to stand out.
Falber hopes their message will stand out too, that this community won't tolerate cruelty to animals.
You don't have to be a dog lover or even have pets to understand what a vicious crime this was committed right here across the street from where people live, right next door.
Anyone with information in the case should call DeKalb police. In DeKalb County, Claire Sims, Fox 5 News.
Turning now to a developing story. 2 men are in the hospital tonight after a deputy-involved shooting in Newton County. You saw it first as breaking news last night on Fox 5 News at 10. This all started as a traffic stop in Newton County. We're told deputies pulled over a vehicle they suspected may have been involved in a crime. And tonight, the GBI tells us that one of those 2 men pointed a weapon at deputies first, and that's when they opened fire, shooting both men. They're both being treated at Grady Hospital tonight, and the GBI is investigating.
A tragic loss to tell you about for a Henry County family. A 10-year-old boy and 6-year-old girl were killed in a wreck in Henry County. A close family friend sent us this picture of the 2 children. Now, officials say a pickup truck rear-ended a tow truck on Highway 19. The driver of the pickup was injured and taken to a nearby hospital. Police are investigating what caused that crash. At this time, they don't believe drugs or alcohol were involved.
An emotional day for a College Park family. 16-year-old Rashida Evans was laid to rest this morning. She was killed by a stray bullet that went into her home on Harper Valley Drive. This on the 4th of July. The teen's neighbor, Marcel Smith, is charged with involuntary manslaughter in the girl's death. Police believe the gun was fired in celebration of the holiday. Also today, hundreds gathered in Lithonia for the funeral of a police officer. Jamel Dent was killed last week when his motorcycle crashed into a car. This happened on Rock Chapel Road. An infant inside that car was also killed. The child's parents only had minor injuries. A 23-year-old gunned down in the middle of the street less than a block away from a crowded park.
Then just days later in this same neighborhood, a driver was carjacked, shot, tossed in the road to die. Tonight, this Southwest community doing the only thing they know how to do, and that is to pray.
Fox 5's Nicole Estefan is live in the Pittsburgh community where neighbors are joining together to fight this crime. Nicole?
Well, residents here tell us this neighborhood has been plagued by crime for years, but the violence has become unimaginable. And it all started, as you said, during a 4th of July party. I'm going to have you take a look at them gathering right now. They're actually going to be walking around the neighborhood. We're gathered here on McDaniel Street right now. This violence that they're referring to happened on Garibaldi Street. It's about 2 blocks from here. That's when 23-year-old Stephen Murphy was found shot to death. That was in the 1000 block, again, during a 4th of July celebration. They say a gunman just opened up fire in the middle of the street, and then just days later, it was yesterday morning, police responded to this area for the call of a carjacking. That's when they found a man dead in the street. They say 5 gentlemen got into his car, shot him to death, and tossed him into the road. Now, this is simply incredible violence here, but neighbors say they want it to change, that most of the people here are good people, and they want this violence to end. So they're going to be walking around here in just a few minutes. They have pictures of their loved ones that have been lost to this violence, and they're going to be drumming up awareness and getting people to get the word out to get this violence to come to an end. We're going to follow them around the neighborhood, have more on this story later tonight at 10. We're live in Southwest Atlanta. Nicole Estefan, Fox 5 News.
Looking forward to your report. Thank you, Nicole. Well, tonight the GBI is investigating after a man died in police custody in Gwinnett County. It happened in the 5100 block of Rock Place Drive in Stone Mountain early this morning. It all started when someone called police complaining their neighbor was locked in his garage, angry and possibly armed. We're told responding officers tried to make contact with the suspect when he suddenly became unresponsive. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. Well, take a look at this. A car crashed right into a Norcross home this morning. Witnesses say the driver ran off the road and hit a fence before crashing through the basement wall. The good news, no one inside the house was hurt. Well, firefighters have deemed the house unlivable. A structural engineer will now have to inspect the home before the residents are allowed back in.
With the mounting controversy surrounding the Confederate flag, there are still a lot of people here in Georgia who want to celebrate it. Today, hundreds flocked to Ellijay for a rally advocating the flag. From there, the group trekked all around North Georgia, picking up other supporters along the way. One advocate says many have blown the controversy out of proportion.
I think it's crazy. I really do. It's gone out of proportion. It's not what everybody thinks it is.
For the rally, the group traveled to Jasper, Cartersville, and Calhoun before making their way back to Ellijay.
Well, like so many people fighting the traffic on area roads today, trying to get into work, complaining about that, but I looked up and said at least the weather is nice today.
Oh, listen, blue skies for most of the day. Sure, it was hot and humid.
Right.
But now the rain is starting to move in. Let's check in with Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Jeff Hill in the Weather Center for us.
And there's been some showers, speaking of North Georgia, some showers coming through the North Georgia area up around Calhoun and all the way up toward Dalton. Those are trying to work their way down to the south, but falling apart as they move toward Atlanta. Here's a look at our Fox 5 Live Viper. You see that rainfall right now on to the north of Atlanta, all the way north of the city right now outside the perimeter. And this is a composite view, so as we turn on the actual radar, you'll notice that a lot of that starts to go away. In fact, really not showing anything right now with those showers that are in and around coming. There's a few light sprinkles there and also a little bit of light rainfall as you make your way farther on to the north up around the Blairsville area. Here's a look at the hour-by-hour forecast. Overnight tonight, we should be fine. I don't think we're going to see any rainfall at all as we go on into early Sunday morning, but Sunday afternoon, there's going to be another round of showers and thunderstorms coming in out of North Carolina, sinking southward all the way down toward Atlanta. A couple of those could be strong. I don't think we'll see any severe weather, but we could have some rumbles of thunder, a little bit of lightning, as well as some gusty winds. So we'll have more on that, and our chance for rain keeps going up into next week. We'll have that part of the forecast in just a few minutes. Doug, Deidre.
All right, we'll see you back in a few, Jeff. Thank you. The Colorado Theater shooting trial is heading into its closing arguments now. Coming up, the last piece of evidence jurors saw before the defense rested its case.
But first, 2 men accused in a bold theft see the major hardware used to steal an ATM right out of a brick wall.
A bold and complicated robbery of an ATM in Winter Haven, Florida is caught on camera. Surveillance video shows two men using a backhoe to demolish the brick structure housing the machine. Then they scoop out the ATM. Police say the equipment was stolen from a construction site. Well, these guys are better at demolition than they are crime. Officers eventually found the men driving around with the ATM still sitting in the back of their pickup truck.
After 10 weeks of testimony, the defense in the James Holmes trial finally rests its case. Fox's Julie Hayden shows us what's next as both sides prepare to make their closing arguments.
One of the last pieces of evidence jurors saw is this surveillance video of James Holmes in his jail cell some 4 months after the Aurora Theater shooting. It's hard to see, but Holmes is naked and then suddenly runs his head into the wall. He wasn't injured, but the incident sparked enough concern that deputies took him to Denver Health Medical Center for a physical and psychiatric evaluation.
And so at this time, the defense rests.
And with that, the defense and then the prosecution
to see if the prosecution wishes to present any rebuttal evidence.
At this time, Your Honor, the people of the state of Colorado do not.
Rested their cases after 47 days of testimony and more than 250 witnesses.
No one will know how those jurors have processed this.
Jurors heard from dueling mental health experts. 2 court-appointed psychiatrists found Holmes legally sane. 2 defense experts found him insane. Legal analyst Chris Decker says that's what closing arguments will focus on Tuesday.
From the prosecution, you will see revisiting all of the victims, all of the horrific injuries and deaths that were caused by James Holmes, and in addition to that, a strong volley and attack on the defense experts who say that James Holmes was insane.
And from the defense,
they have one and only one focus in this closing argument: to raise doubt that James Holmes was in fact sane.
Just a couple questions about.
That was Fox's Julie Hayden reporting. Holmes faces the death penalty if found guilty.
A typhoon slams eastern China, forcing the evacuation of more than 1 million people. Take a look at the damage from the storm. It brought strong winds and heavy rainfall that turned streets into rivers and also uprooted trees. Listen, no deaths or injuries have been reported so far. No license, no insurance, and only 12 years old. Coming up, a traffic stop that landed 2 kids in the middle of an officer's practical joke.
The Braves hope to snap their slide with just 2 games until the All-Star break. Cody will have the highlights later on in Fox 5 Sports. It was a makeup day for Carrollton's 4th of July parade. Storms last week forced the city to cancel the parade, but today was picture perfect and there was a huge turnout. People lined the streets and cheered as the parade wound through town.
We are now into kind of the absolute traditional type weather for
yes, we are.
This time of
hot. It's got a little rain mixed in.
It's got those dog days of summer setting in.
Did you say hot?
Yes.
Say it again, because we got a lot of hot weather headed our way all the way through next week. This 90-degree stuff is not going anywhere anytime soon. Let's take a look at what's happening out there right now on our Fox 5 Live Viper. A little bit of rainfall to cool things off. It's in the 70s right now up in Calhoun, 83 in Gainesville. So if you saw the rain in the North Georgia mountains anywhere up throughout North Georgia, you've cooled off a little bit. Otherwise, if you haven't, it's still 90 degrees in Atlanta, 92 Covington, 97 over in Carrollton. 91 degrees right now in Athens. So there are the showers and thunder showers coming in out of Tennessee and North Carolina, pushing down through the mountains. They're pretty heavy. Then we're up toward Calhoun, right along this front right here. And that front's going to kind of stay right where it is. So that's helping to trigger some of those showers and thunderstorms coming along that boundary. And that's helping to produce the rainfall. It'll be there again tomorrow. So there's a risk of maybe some severe weather on up to the north across parts of Kentucky, all the way up into Illinois, Indiana. A marginal risk of a few severe thunderstorms extending all the way down into extreme North Georgia from Calhoun over toward Blairsville. Otherwise, just some general good old thunderstorms if they do pop up here in Atlanta. So we go into Sunday morning, no problems at all. Sunday afternoon, here comes that next line, starts to march in just kind of like the ones this afternoon. Those will fade away, fall apart as we go into Sunday night. We get into Monday morning. Same thing, not a whole lot going on. Then we start seeing some more showers and thunderstorms popping up throughout the afternoon and evening on Monday. High temperature today, 92. Low this morning was 73, so we were 3 degrees above normal today. 6:36 sunrise tomorrow morning. Rainfall didn't get any out at the airport, still doing well for the month and for the year. Current temperature is 90. Again, we had our high temperature earlier today of 92. 67, the dew point. Humidity right now at 46%. We got a northwest wind at 10 miles an hour. The wind should continue to come in out of the northwest again tomorrow. 91 in Loganville, again, cooler where you've gotten the rainfall, warmer down to the south where the rain hasn't moved through. Overnight lows tonight will only drop down to mid-70s here in Atlanta, some 60s on up to the north. And then high temperatures tomorrow, another hot one, high of 94, 97 down in Barnesville, 96 in Madison, maybe only 89 up in Dahlonega. Storm Team AccuWeather forecast tonight, fair and warm, overnight low 74. Then for tomorrow, hazy, hot, isolated shower or thunderstorm, high temperature 94 degrees. Extended forecast 93 on Monday, 93 on Tuesday. It stays hot all the way into next weekend. Best chance of rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. After that, don't think we'll see much Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Next weekend, we get those highs right back to 95. Doug, Deja?
Here we go. Jeff, thank you. A Texas police officer pulls over a Ford pickup truck with a 12-year-old girl behind the wheel. Sierra and Bryce Caney were out for a daily drive in their toy truck. Suddenly, the 12-year-old noticed red and blue lights flashing behind her. The officer strolled up to the driver's side, asked the young Sierra for her license and registration.
He said, "I need your license," and I told him I was just smiling like I didn't have one because I'm not old enough. I'm just like, Bryce, this is weird, and I thought he was gonna have to like call our parents or something.
Turns out the officer is a bit of a prankster, just wanted to trick the young kids. He let Sierra off with a warning and gave both children Beanie Babies for their great cooperation. I don't think those are really beanies.
Under the influence of a juice box, maybe. The Georgia Bulldogs with their first true test of the season between the hedges, and it was signing their autograph over and over. How else they're getting ready for the year, coming up. The Braves still not sure if they'll be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline. Should they make a move for a playoff run or just go ahead and stock up for next year? These last few games before the All-Star break going to help decide that. And Rockies' Carlos Gonzalez and his 4 extra base hits in the first 2 games of this series may be tipping the scales towards the Braves being sellers. In the bottom of the first inning of today's game, Carlos Gonzalez, he does it again. Homer to center. That made it 2-0 Rockies. Only runs allowed by Matt Whistler, though, in 6 innings. Not bad for his Coors Field debut. Top of the second, Juan Uribe gets the Braves back in it. His homer to left, the 8th of the season for him, cut the lead in half, made it 2-1 Rockies. How about another homer? Ryan LaVarnway, the catcher. Only the 6th home run of his career in 5 seasons. He hadn't played a whole lot. His first as a Brave. That tied the game. It is still tied 2-2 in the 8th inning. We'll check out some video from today's Countdown to Kickoff event at UGA. And I'll tell you, when you see the video here, you'll understand this young man, he's probably a future quarterback because no quarterback likes seeing Georgia defensive end Lorenzo Carter. Look at the expression on his face. Georgia's Countdown to Kickoff event, it's the 10th year they've done it. They've raising money for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, a chance for fans to get and meet the current and former dogs. The event organized by UGA alums John and Matt Stinchcomb. They've been able to raise about $1 million over the past decade. One of the most popular today would happen to be Nick Chubb, of course. Can't wait to see how number 27 tops his standout freshman season. Just 2 weeks away from 2-a-days and official practices, but the dogs haven't been taking it easy.
We're working pretty hard during the week, practicing, working out 2 times a day. So we're getting after it, getting ready for this fall.
Doing a lot of fast-paced stuff, lifting heavy weights, and I mean, we see what it's doing for our bodies.
Fall camp's always a heated time for anybody. Everybody's in competition, not just quarterbacks. Everybody needs to, win their job, and forget the job. We got to get guys ready and a team ready to win some games.
And we'll see how Georgia does this year. Also, Serena Williams wins her 6th Wimbledon today, her 21st career Grand Slam title. She's incredible.
Yeah, phenomenal player. Yeah, sure.
Listen, thanks for joining us for Fox 5 News at 6. Baseball's up next.
All right, stay connected to Fox 5 around the clock by liking our Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page, following us on Twitter at Fox 5 Atlanta, and subscribing to our Fox 5 Atlanta YouTube channel. Hey, join us tonight for Fox 5 News at 10. After the game, we will see you then.
Three, two, one. Hi, meteorologist Jeff Hill in the Fox 5 Storm Center. We've had some storms this afternoon and early this evening. Those are starting to fade away. I think we'll see another round of them, though, tomorrow as this front kind of stays in our vicinity. Showers and thunderstorms today kind of bubbling up along that front, and it should be the same case for tomorrow. So here's the hour-by-hour forecast as we go through the rest of tonight. Will be dry. Go on into early Sunday morning, no problems. Sunday afternoon, another line of showers and thunderstorms will form up around the Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee border. Those will slip southward all the way down toward Atlanta. A lot of that sort of falling apart, but still we will get some rainfall, I think, tomorrow afternoon. Storm Team AccuWeather forecast for tonight, fair and warm, 74. Tomorrow, another round of isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon, hot with a high temperature of 94. The 90s don't go anywhere. The only change coming our way is an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Next weekend, we're right back to 95.
fourth inning. Mets are down 2-1. Maybe their pitchers are some of their best hitters today.
Yeah,
Matt Harvey going deep, the first of his career.
He's like, look, if you guys aren't going to help me out, I'm going to do it myself. I'll pitch and hit, just like it did it back in the Little League days.
By the way, he also pitched very well today, so the Mets get a win. Familia the save, 4-2 final. Where else are we going? Why don't we go to Miami? Reds and Marlins, seventh inning. Marlins up 5-3. D. Gord, what a first half he has had. And that's why this is so difficult to watch. How many times on a head-first side do we see something end up poorly?
Yeah, I mean, this is just a killer. Right before the All-Star break, Marlins are going nowhere. This is a game against the Reds, and it happens sliding into first.
Dislocated thumb for Gord. Meanwhile, our live coverage from Cincinnati, MLB Whip Around, begins Monday on Fox Sports 1. Tuesday, we're on at 5 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. It all leads up to our coverage of the 86 All-Star Game on Fox at 7 Eastern. Earlier today, our Ken Rosenthal catching up with an All-Star, the Yankees' first baseman, Mark Teixeira.
Thanks, Kevin. Mark, going back to spring training, both you and Alex Rodriguez were major questions. What were your expectations?
I had high expectations for both of us. For me personally, I was healthy again and felt so much better, so much stronger going into the season. And for Alex, you know, the time off, a lot of people said that was going to be a hindrance. I thought it was going to be a positive for his game, you know, getting healthy again, to be able to DH, you know, save those legs for the batter's box. It's really helped him out this season.
You're getting ready for your third All-Star game, but first since 2009. How much more meaningful is it to be going back?
A lot more meaningful. I mean, my first two, I was in my 20s, kind of young and fresh, and you know, now after the injury and being a little bit older, I think I can appreciate it more and appreciate the hard work that went into this season.
Mark, thanks very much. Kevin, back to you.
Guys, thanks. The standings in the American League East, the Yankees, 3-game lead. That's the biggest lead in the American East, AL East this year. It's been such a close division. Of course, the Rays and the Jays winning today. And with that being said, so the Yankees now have, in this division, what's been a sizable lead. So does that mean this is now their division to lose?
Well, I don't know if it means it's their division to lose, but if you're asking me to pick somebody right now, I'd go with the Yankees, just because they have the resources. We know that. But they've got to where they're at right now without Jacoby Ellsbury and without Andrew Miller. And the reason they're where they're at is Brett Gardner. He's been absolutely fantastic. Really, the MVP of this ball club.
Yeah.
In the month of June, again, without Ellsbury, he hit .351, had a .411 on base percentage, slugged .622, and that's why he's going to the All-Star game and why he deserves to go to the All-Star game. Now, you put he and Ellsbury at the top of this lineup, Teixeira and Rodriguez keep hitting. I like this Yankee ball club.
Yeah, they're playing well. And I like what you said, too, the ability to add. You know they're going to be in that market to add somebody, so that's a fact there. Let's go to one of our other games now. Pirates and Cardinals, 4 games set. Pirates won last night. And look, the Cardinals have been the best team in the league all year long. Pirates are third best record in the league right now. My big question is, how can they finally overcome them? How can they win the division?
Well, I don't know if they overtake St. Louis or if St. Louis comes back a little bit. I mean, look, the Pittsburgh Pirate pitching staff has been phenomenal. The starters, the bullpen, we all know about Garrett Cole. Today, we're going to see A.J. Burnett on our air.
Right.
Been great. An ERA of under 2 this year. And the difference for me, he's not giving up the long ball, only giving up 3 home runs so far this year. Last year, 20. Previous years, he's given up as many as 35. But when he goes out there, he has a presence. He's missing the barrel of the bat. And this pitching staff will allow Pittsburgh to compete with St. Louis all year long.
Yeah, Cole, Burnett, and Liriano are pretty good 1, 2, 3, that's for sure. But the Cardinals have been the Kings all year, and for that matter, for many years. So we'll see if the Pirates can change that narrative. Plenty coming up. How about Manny Machado? The Orioles got a dramatic win over the Nationals last night. Machado, 19 homers this year, already a single-season career high. We've got the Cardinals and Pirates. We were just talking about him. Jason Hayward, well, he's looking to do some damage today against A.J. Burnett. Won't be easy. Good one in the NL Central. First pitch coming up in just over 7 minutes. And then Alex Rodriguez, batting .357 at Fenway this year. Yankees, Red Sox, always a good one. We're coming back with some baseball next.
The U.S. takes on Panama in the CONCACAF Gold Cup, Monday on Fox Sports 1.
Whenever, wherever.
If it's happening now, it's on Fox 5 News at 10.
Emotions running very high tonight.
I think everybody's going to be at least in the low 90s every night on Fox 5 News at 10.
Hey Atlanta, Southwest is having a sale because when there's a reunion, every cent should go to a killer dress. And heels. And a blowout. Mani-pedi, 3 weeks of tanning, facial, backup dress, bronzer. Atlanta, book your flight for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com.
Congratulations, you're a winner! This is the second best thing that's ever happened to me.
Wow. Congratulations. Here's the deal.
This is the best thing that's ever happened to me! Yes!
It's the big one. Nothing beats a great deal on a new Toyota. Get a low 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2015 Toyota Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
There are games, and then there's the All-Star Game. Champs, MVPs, and the hungry ones. It's the All-Star Game of All-Star Games, the All-Star Game that decides who's playing Game 7 of the World Series at home. Cincinnati, the All-Star Game, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back. We're getting closer to first pitch at PNC Park. Let's get it on out now to the guys calling the game, Matt Vasgersian and John Smoltz.
Well, Kevin, the final weekend before the All-Star break, and fans have come out en masse for a terrific series between a pair of postseason hopeful NL Central rivals. Tonight in the Steel City, Baseball Night in America presents the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Two teams perched atop the NL Central with not only the best records in the division, but with the two best records in all the National League. With that, we welcome you inside the broadcast booth in Pittsburgh with John Smoltz, Matt Vasgersian. Two teams, John, who are led by outstanding pitching staffs, ranking 1 and 2 respectively, the Cardinals and Pirates in team ERA. And they've got a couple of veteran starters out there tonight who are both very hot.
Yeah, they are. And A.J. Burnett, in what could be his swan song the last year, he is having an incredible season. Second only to Zach Greinke. Coming off a 5-0 May, he has really been the second ace for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and for him, his season continuing, trying to catch the Cardinals. For the Cardinals, they're doing the same formula with pitching. John Lackey, every other month, May and July have been pretty good. You see his last 7 starts against the Central. All the Cardinals do is win. They find a way, and they're doing it with pitching and depth in their rotation.
The class of the NL Central matching up in Pittsburgh tonight. A proof that the balance of power has shifted in the National League to the Central Division. 10 combined All-Stars between the Cards and Bucks. But before these stars hit Cincinnati, they'll be head-to-head over the next 2 nights. Lineups and opening pitch are next.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? You see, the thing is, Geico, well, could help them save on boat insurance too. Oi! Okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Seriously, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
This is the feeling of turning a game you love into a lifetime of cash. DraftKings.com, the daily fantasy baseball destination, is giving away over $300 million this baseball season. And the games are one day, so you can play for your share every single day. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up your cash. Step up to the plate at DraftKings.com. Play with promo code SAVE and get free entry in our daily contests. Get to DraftKings.com.
A new season brings a new look, a chance to try something different. This summer, challenge your preconceptions and experience a Cadillac for yourself. Take advantage of our summer offers. The 2015 Cadillac ATS, the sharper performance sedan. Lease this from around $269 per month.
Hanes underwear and socks with revolutionary X-Temp technology are designed to respond to your body temperature to help keep you cool. Let's put it to the test.
Hey, Dad.
Emily.
Ready?
Wait, no. Slow down a little.
Ow!
Watch out for the speed bumps. It speeds evaporation to help keep you cool and dry. Hanes X-Temp technology for men and women. Because when you're cool, you're comfortable.
So good.
There are games, and then there's the All-Star game. Champs, MVPs, and the hungry ones. It's the All-Star game of All-Star games, the All-Star game that decides who's playing Game 7 of the World Series at home. Look at the guys on this diamond, in the box, on the mound. Simple game. Bat meets ball. The guys heading here are just the ones that do it best. Cincinnati, the All-Star game, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh with John Smoltz and John Paul Morosi. Matt Vasgersian with you. A terrific matchup in store tonight. A great starting pitching duel between two of the most experienced and winningest active starters in baseball. How about A.J. Burnett and the journey he's coming to wrap up in 2015? Drafted originally by the Marlins, went to the Blue Jays for a couple of stints. 3 years in New York, won a World Series there. Things didn't end as well as he could have expected. Went to Pittsburgh, rejuvenated his career. Big deal to go 8-18 in Philly last year. Wasn't healthy as a Philly. Came back to Pittsburgh this season, and at age 38, 17 years into his major league journey, he is finally an all-star. He'll make his 18th starting assignment this season. A 17-year vet, that is.